wanted to talk about concussion, and first thing is, for me, it's really important that I call it a traumatic brain injury, because when I call it a concussion, most people hearing that minimize it. And I know it's categorized as that, but it's also categorized as a brain injury, which feels much more accurate to my experience. I'd had concussions previously, so that's also why it was hard for me to compare the two experiences. Concussion that had even like made my vision a little blurry, but then things just seemed to go back to normal within a couple hours. But this was weeks, then months, and then years. Um, so really things that were really important for me throughout this time were to believe myself, my body, rather than what other people were telling me might be happening with me. Once I found experts in post-concussion syndrome or traumatic brain injury, mild traumatic brain injury, I felt that also were clearly supportive of me. I felt that I could trust them, but they also asked me to trust my body. So that for me was super important. It was 2.5 years ago when I was injured, and it was kind of a complex injury because it was a mixture of getting the COVID vaccine and then passing out and hitting my head. So some of the doctors weren't sure what was going on, but over time it became clear it was a concussion, and I was really worried that I would have to live like that forever. Didn't seem like a nice way to live. And so when I found doctors who were aware that this was a concussion, traumatic brain injury, I felt hope that it was possible to get better, and I'm much, much better today. Still have more therapies to go and whatnot, but I'm working part-time, looking forward to getting another part-time job soon, which feels really good. I think like the things I would say about PCS or an MTBI, it's important to prioritize mental health. Make sure for me, I had to make sure that I had a good support system, and I even moved across the world in order to have that so that I could get better. And it was a hard move for me and for my husband as well. Therapy, EMDR therapy or coaching, and uplifting concussion or TBI communities are really important. So yeah, when it first happened, I would explain it that it felt like layers of my brain that had been protecting me were just kind of gone. And so I felt my brain and my functioning to be very vulnerable to everything in the world, sounds, visual stimuli, all sorts of things. And lots of parts of me were affected. I felt stupid. I felt like I had lost my intelligence. My emotional processing kind of went out the window for a while. I had a tough time with sound and visual processing, both of those, as well as sounds just being way too loud. It also affected my heart. I had some dysautonomia and digestive tract issues. And like I said, mental health issues. So all of that was related to my brain injury, which was a relief to find that out, because that meant that all of it was treatable. And we're still treating some of those things. All of them have already gotten better, but some of them we still have to keep going. But I feel really fortunate to have had access to wonderful doctors and a great support system, and some other organizations that help people who have had experiences like mine. Yeah, and a little bit of grief along the way, because I had to grieve some of my life dreams that I had to put on hold and may or may not come back to them. But new paths have come for me. I'm coaching soccer. I played through college, and it's something that I kind of decided after college I wasn't going to do. And here I am kind of starting a new career there, as well as finding just jobs that I really enjoy now, rather than jobs that I was doing because I happen to fall into them or be good at them. So yeah, there are some silver linings, and yeah, surprisingly grateful for all of this experience 3 years down the road, and just lots of hope and take care of yourself, find the people that can help you, ask for help. And when people can't help, just realize that that's okay and ask somewhere else. And sending good vibes to you, and I know that you can make it through.